the slowest battle in history. Deep in the heart of the ancient rainforest, where mist clings to emerald leaves and time moves as languidly as the rivers below, two creatures rule their respective domains. On one side, nestled high in the thick canopy, is Silas, the mighty sloth. He moves with the patience of the earth itself, his grip unyielding, his mind steady. On the other, perched in the twisted branches of a towering eucalyptus tree, sits Koala, the fierce koala. Though small, he is swift, at least compared to Silas. He claims his trees with iron claws, his stubbornness unmatched. And today, for the first time in history, they would fight. The dispute begins. It was a quiet afternoon. The air hummed with distant bird calls, and the world was at peace, until Koala, ever the troublemaker, climbed into Silas's domain. "You're in the wrong tree," Silas murmured, barely lifting his head. "This tree was empty," Koala shot back, chewing lazily on a eucalyptus leaf. "Finders keepers," Silas exhaled, slow and measured. "No, this tree has always been mine." "You must leave." Koala squinted, unimpressed. "And if I don't?" Silas stretched one limb slowly, deliberately. His long claws gleamed under the dim light. "Then we settle this the way of the jungle," Koala snorted. "The way of the jungle? You barely move. I could finish this fight before you've even lifted an arm." Silas smiled, a slow, wise smile. "We shall see." The battle begins. The rainforest held its breath as the contenders prepared. The monkeys chattered in amusement, the birds gathered like spectators in an ancient arena, and the insects buzzed with anticipation. And then, it began. Silas moved first. A full 30 seconds passed before his arm reached out, claws aiming for Koala's perch. Koala, unimpressed, took a step back. "Is that it?" Silas continued his movement, undeterred. Koala huffed and leapt forward, claws flashing in the sunlight. He landed on Silas's branch and swiped. But Silas had already anticipated the attack, moving just enough so Koala's strike barely grazed him. It was a battle unlike any other. Minute after minute passed with careful, deliberate strikes. Koala attacked with bursts of fury, his claws scratching against Silas's thick fur. But Silas was patient. He knew that Koala would tire first. The minutes stretched into hours. The rainforest, once eager for the fight, began to lose interest. The monkeys went back to their swinging. The birds resumed their songs. Even the insects abandoned their watch. Still, Silas and Koala fought on. So the final strike. Koala, exhausted, hung from a branch, panting. "I can't believe that this is still happening." Silas, unmoved, reached forward, and this time his claws found purchase. With an elegant sweep, he hooked Koala by the shoulder and gently nudged him off the branch. Koala yelped, tumbling onto a lower branch. He clung on, fur bristling with embarrassment. Silas smiled again, slow, steady. "I win," Koala groaned, rubbing his head. "That wasn't a battle, that was just waiting." "Waiting," Silas murmured, settling into his tree once more, "is how battles are won." And with that, the slowest battle in jungle history came to an end.